Chapter 28. I will always be with you, even if it means falling into hell. Uncle Nan had left. Before leaving, he only said one thing. I need to retrieve my son's body. No matter what wrongs he committed, he was still my son. I can't let his body be left out in the wild. Hiroshi didn't kill him to silence him, but Uncle Nan already had a death wish. Even if he left here, he would likely become a soulless walking corpse. Hiroshi sighed. In this post-apocalyptic world, such matters were beyond his control, and he didn't want to deal with them further. Watching Uncle Nan's silhouette disappear into the horizon, Hiroshi pushed open the farm gate and walked inside. Suddenly, he noticed some tracks from large machinery near the farm entrance. Though they had been somewhat covered, upon closer inspection, the traces were still visible. He rubbed his chin and frowned. He remembered these tracks weren't there when he left in the morning. Could it be that what Eunice said about someone attacking the farm was true? But why did Kiko say she didn't see anything? Forget it, he thought. He could check the surveillance to find out. Driving the truck into the farm, Hiroshi took off his blood-stained jacket and tossed it into a nearby fire pit to burn. Once he had done this, his dog, Benji, came running out, wagging its tail. Suddenly, Benji sniffed Hiroshi and recoiled in fear. Hiroshi was taken aback. He hadn't expected Benji's senses to be so sharp. Perhaps it was sensing the lingering killing intent on him, making it afraid to get close. Big brother. At that moment, a drawn-out voice called out. Kiko appeared, rushing toward Hiroshi and throwing herself into his arms. Big brother, you're finally back. I was starving. As if to prove her point, her stomach let out a growling sound. Hiroshi smiled, the gloom lifting from his face. He patted Kiko's head. I'm sorry I'm late and made you go hungry. I want braised pork, Kiko said, her eyes brightening as she spread her arms wide. A big bowl of it. Okay. Hiroshi patted her head again. I'll make it for you right away. In the kitchen, Hiroshi tied on an apron and poured cooking wine over large pieces of pork belly in the pot. After simmering it for a while, he let the sauce reduce before taking it off the heat. Meanwhile, the rice had also finished steaming. Hiroshi scooped half a bowl of rice into Kiko's small bowl, added some braised pork sauce, and placed it in front of her. You can start now. It smells so good. Kiko sniffed the air, then picked up her small chopsticks and began devouring her meal like a little whirlwind. To Kiko, the enemy was the heaping plate of braised pork and the side dish of stir-fried baby bok choy. Hiroshi always believed in a balanced diet, pairing meat with vegetables. While Kiko ate heartily, Hiroshi checked the surveillance footage. The events at the farm gate from that morning played out in his mind. Watching the footage, Hiroshi's expression gradually turned to one of surprise. Big brother, why aren't you eating? Kiko asked, glancing at him as she shoveled rice into her mouth. Hiroshi was silent for a moment before asking, Kiko, did nothing really happen at the farm this morning?
No.
Kiko replied, a bit sheepishly. Kiko, big brother doesn't like it when kids lie. Hiroshi crouched down, looking seriously into her eyes. Tell the truth. Did something happen? Nothing happened. Kiko pouted, pushing her bowl aside. Then what about the tracks at the farm gate? Hiroshi asked softly. Someone attacked the farm, and after being fought off, you cleaned up the mess so I wouldn't see it, right? Kiko's head drooped, looking both dejected and as if her lie had been exposed. Kiko, why did you lie? Hiroshi asked. He took her education seriously and believed in being honest with each other. He couldn't understand why she would hide something like this from him. Kiko hadn't done anything wrong. I didn't lie. Kiko pouted stubbornly. I saw everything. Hiroshi's voice grew cold, his patience wearing thin. Why are you still arguing? Tears welled up in Kiko's eyes. Though Hiroshi treated her well, as her elder brother, he still disciplined her when she made mistakes. Lying was a bad habit, especially lying to family. Kiko didn't want to lie. Kiko just didn't want Big Brother to hate me. Kiko cried. Big Brother doesn't like violent kids, and I made a mistake, so I wanted to hide it. I was afraid Big Brother wouldn't want me anymore. Hiroshi's body stiffened at her words. He suddenly remembered a time when Kiko had fought with other kids in kindergarten, scratching another child's face. He had apologized to the other parents and paid for the damages. For a month afterward, his attitude towards Kiko had been bad, but it was just because he was stressed about the farm's poor harvest, not because of Kiko's fight. Now he realized Kiko had misunderstood. She had been trying to avoid making him angry again, afraid of upsetting him. Seeing Kiko in tears, Hiroshi felt a pang in his heart. He crouched down and hugged her gently, speaking softly, "How could I ever not want you? You are the most important person to me. Even if the whole world abandons you, I won't. No matter if you're sweet and gentle or fierce and violent, you're still my favorite. Because you're my only family." Hiroshi took a deep breath. "So, no matter what mistakes you make, I'll always stand by your side." Kiko was stunned. She had never seen Hiroshi so emotional. "But what if one day I do something really bad? Will you still stay with me?" Kiko asked timidly. Hiroshi smiled, thinking of Uncle Nan and Angus. Family is like that. Even if someone commits an unforgivable crime, in their heart, they remain the closest person. So, Hiroshi replied earnestly, "I will always be with you, even if it means falling into hell."